Joining us now is Massachusetts Democratic Senator Ed Markey, a member of the Health Committee. He joins me now. Let's start there. As you know, I don't have to tell you, Senator, Medicaid alone covers 72 million people of limited means, low-income individuals, both adults and children. Letitia James said unequivocally our Medicaid reimbursement system is locked. What can you tell us about what's going on in Massachusetts and your reaction to it?
Well, across the nation, 80% of all people in nursing homes are on Medicaid. Now, we have a name for those people. They're called grandma and grandpa. And 50% of them have Alzheimer's. When there is an attack on Medicaid, it goes to our most vulnerable seniors in nursing homes with Alzheimer's. It also goes to the most vulnerable children in Massachusetts, but across the entire country. And when the portal to Medicaid aid is frozen, well, that's casting a pall, a shadow over a lifeline for seniors, for kids, for families all across our country. And that is only the beginning of what's happening. It's doing the same thing for Head Start, for housing, for firefighters, fire grants, you name it, for veterans benefits. It's across the board. These are hardworking families who depend upon federal programs to help their families. And with the exception of millionaires and billionaires, we're talking about most families. They have someone who needs Medicaid, who needs help with their education, with their veterans benefits, all the way down the line. And Trump today has absolutely frozen the ability for the American people to get access to the help they need for their families.
We just heard in that press conference that Letitia James and other attorneys general plan to fight this. So that's one avenue. What can Democrats in Congress or Republicans who are concerned about it, what can Congress do?
Well, first and foremost, I think we should just say no to Trump's nominees if they are going to become the hatchet men and women for all of these programs. And let's be honest, this is Project 2025. The guy who orchestrated Project 2025 is now Trump's nominee to be the head of the Office of Management and Budget, controlling the spigot of federal money that goes to families all across the country that have been dependent upon, reliant upon that funding for decades. So now the curtain has been pulled back, and Project 2025 is the Office of Management and Budget, and he's going to be the absolute extension of Trump in the White House as king, is how he would want it, determining which programs live or die. It's unconstitutional, it's cruel, and it will not stand. But we are going to have to get up and fight. And not only do members of Congress have to stand up and fight, but so don't families, organizations all across this country. This is absolutely Donald Trump trying to turn himself into King Donald, and it is absolutely unacceptable.
We're talking about all of this within the confines of what you're talking about, the Constitution, the way that Congress has followed that, and presidents certainly, and then laws have been updated even up until the Impoundment Act, which I'll let you describe. But the reason I bring that up is because this is kind of the point. And my question to you is there kind of a failure of imagination or not really a full understanding of the lengths to which President Trump and the people around him genuinely want to go to test and to disrupt the laws and the way and the practices and the way that this town has worked for many years, for decades, and even hundreds of years?
That's right. So on the one hand, supporters of President Trump are out there saying, as you just showed in a clip, this was the point. We elected him to shake things up and to challenge the assumptions of Washington. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is that dollars that come from Washington to our communities, to our schools, to our senior centers, to our police departments and fire companies are being frozen so that money stays here in Washington so that Trump can spend it in expanded tax cuts later this year. That's exactly what they're discussing at the Doral Golf Resort in Florida right now, is how they can cut taxes further for wealthy individuals and profitable companies. And to do that, they want to stop spending on priorities that are already in the law that help children, help seniors, help keep us safe, and help make us strong.